Welcome to another episode of DWI, Dez White Intoxicating.
Thoughts.
You can get a little bit better with your timing.
I didn't know I
I
was
know
timing.
it's every week. It's every week.
I didn't know.
That voice you hear over there today again is my lovely co-host Nat Jones.
Who?
Nat Jones.
That's me.
And you can find her on all the social media at Nat Jones.
Who?
And that's Nat Jones
Who?
at Twitter.
Yeah, on
And
Twitter.
That's
Insta.
Nat Jones
Who?
on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
That's Nat Jones.
Who?
On Facebook?
On Facebook.
Oh,
I almost
shit.
forgot.
There it is.
Yep. What about you? My co-host? I don't know.
Well, you
My
can
big
always
brother,
find
whatever.
me. You can always find me at It's Dez White on Twitter, and that's ITSDEZZ. It's always with two Z's.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on Instagram at Dez White with two Z's.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook at Dez White with two Z's.
We got it.
Facebook Dez White Live with two Z's.
Oh.
YouTube Dez White.
Two Z's. Two Z's,
on
though.
YouTube. Yeah, with definitely two Z's.
Okay.
It's always with two Z's.
Yeah, got you.
So what the business is this week?
Oh, my gosh. It's first of all, it's just crazy. It's just been a crazy, news-filled couple of weeks anyway. So
Right.
excited. But first thing that comes to mind, obviously, the Hip Hop Awards. BET.
You know what? I for some reason I wasn't really feeling the awards this year.
I really didn't watch the awards, I'll be honest, because I think the last few years I've been very disappointed and didn't know who the hell the people was.
Yeah. When you get old and you start dipping out on hip hop.
Wait.
Well, when
Hold
you get,
up.
Hey, hip hop is a growing and it's
It's evolving.
Yes.
And it has evolved to something that I'm not really that interested in.
Yeah, hey, the youngsters got it and they be jamming though.
Yeah, the one or two little songs I hear, and the one couple of words I can catch, because
Right.
it's not a lot of words.
Right. Well,
From the English language.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. Boy, yeah, I don't know what that's the only part that
These is red bottom. These is bloody shoe.
Right.
I mean, that's about all I know,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, so Hip Hop Awards were on. Speaking of, these is red bottoms. Cardi B performed. She
Yeah,
was
she
kind
did.
of a highlight.
Yeah, she seemed
headliner.
a little Nicki Minaj-ish, but
But that's who she's always.
it's the cookie cutter of the business. I get it.
Hey, she beat Taylor Swift. That's all I can say.
Hey, she beat Taylor
She
Swift.
was #1 record in the country, and I think the cool thing about the parts that I did see is they were supporting her in those efforts. So
Yeah, it was cool.
cool for
I
hip
thought
hop.
that
It
was
was
dope.
cool for hip hop.
Yeah, it was.
Just to say, hey, I may not like this or I may not, whatever, but hey, you there? We will support you.
Get your shine.
Yeah. Trick Daddy.
Uncle
Trick
Luke.
Daddy was there. Yeah, well, Trick was there though with Uncle Luke's performance for the tribute.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see
Did the
him.
two
He done
live
gained a little.
I cannot believe though. Well, Trick Daddy also has. He suffers from
Is it MS or lupus?
lupus.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Yeah.
suffers from lupus.
Yeah. And he's about to. I heard he just signed on to be on one of those hip hop shows too.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably did.
Well, it's cool to see Luke.
Right.
Though. And his speech was off the chain.
Well, Uncle Luke said nobody never honored him for shit. And I quote.
Yeah, that was a direct quote because he cussed through the whole thing. In the live performance, we saw all of the cuss words.
And I'm glad that he actually, dropped that knowledge on some people that didn't know. I mean, and it was a trip because when he was saying it, I was like, oh yeah, man, I do remember that being in the news when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he all in Congress, fighting for the freedom of speech.
And what was cool was that he was from the South. We had just seen all of these movies about, Eazy-E and the whole Compton experience from, West Coast standpoint. So to see somebody from the South that was actually going through that and went even further, basically paved the way for them even.
Right.
Like this was before Eazy-E and before, that whole. Before that. He was already getting arrested and in trouble.
Yeah, getting kicked off stages, getting kicked out of the states.
Right.
They was running him out of states.
Right.
Just because he had saying some.
Well, big booty hole.
Hey, hump with it.
I mean, that was. And back in college, that was the anthem.
Hey,
we was like,
I'm telling you, I knew every song. I knew the words. I was like, man, I can't believe I still know the words to this song.
This was before, what do y'all call it? Not twerking?
Yeah.
So this was the part of the original twerking.
Oh yeah.
This is where it all.
Yeah. This is where it began.
There's some girls on that stage that was still. I would probably teach your girls.
Shout out to Miss Dam.
Is that who that was?
That's who that was, Miss Dam.
Oh, is she?
That's the one that came out the cake.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's some of H-Town's finest. What are you talking about?
Oh, she's from Houston.
You ain't know. You ain't know.
I should have known all that back there.
You ain't know.
Hey, she was keeping up.
Hey,
barely.
Hey, well, she was there.
And so was her
ass
accessory.
Ass.
I was gonna call it an accessory, but yeah. So it was cool to see that whole, time frame, that whole movement, with Luke. But I think what really set it off, what made probably the majority of the national news the next day, was Eminem's cipher. Yeah.
Eminem went hard in the cipher.
He did.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me, it was more of a poetic cipher.
A poetic cipher.
It wasn't like a battle rap type cipher.
Just gonna try to water down hip hop like that with a poetic cipher.
No, it was more like, okay, so we have we have levels to hip hop, levels to rap. So to me, it was more like a thought provoking Kendrick Lamar cipher.
It was Eminem. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was him.
It was the white boy going in.
The white boy went in. I always love to see when they go in.
Used his white privilege to go in.
He did do that. He did that. But did you? Let's just There's two different things going on. There's the delivery,
right,
of the rap, and then there's what came out of that, like what the social consciousness of the rap and what he was actually talking about within it. So, two different grades. I've seen both sides. Just the rap graded
for a freestyle.
Yeah,
B minus.
Okay, and that's fair. Yeah. That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, for the freestyle, I give him a B minus.
Okay, but it's Eminem. So okay,
he get a B minus.
Okay, that's all. I'm just talking about rap quality. Okay, so the second part, the injustice, the consciousness of it, him using the white privilege grade.
I think that's all in fairness.
Okay.
I mean, you take away hip hop, there is no Eminem. So, and in fairness, hell yeah, I got to speak up for this. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have this voice.
Mm-hmm. True.
So, I can dig it. I fucks with Eminem.
Do you think he'll lose any fans because of what he said? Which was basically the end of the cipher, which most people have seen. It was he drew the line in the sand, and he basically said, "Hey, if you on this side,
if you support Trump, I don't need you as a fan," type thing,
and basically said "F you" at the end.
Yeah, again, that's white privilege.
It is. So, do you think he'll lose any fans? You think anybody has dropped off?
He may lose a couple here and there.
But not his core, not his base.
I don't think his base was Trump supporters.
True.
You know what I mean?
So the fringe people that just kind of like the song and they like Eminem because he's a white rapper. Okay, not necessarily like in hip hop.
Then he'll go and do a song with Kid Rock and everything is forgiven.
I doubt that will ever happen.
I mean, they both from Detroit.
I doubt it'll happen.
We shall see. Eminem and Kid Rock coming soon.
Only because Kid Rock pretty much put his foot in his mouth and basically said he was, Confederate flag raising and gonna just do that.
Well, hey.
So dude, I don't care where you from. We got beef.
We shall see.
You think he gonna bring Kid Rock to the other side?
We shall see.
Man, F Kid Rock. Anyway, on to the next.
Yeah, I used to be a fan of Kid Rock until. On to the next.
Speaking of rappers, Nelly.
Oh, no. Did he go to jail?
For a brief moment, they did arrest him. And right now the story is that Nelly got caught up in a situation on his tour bus with a female, 21-year-old, allegedly.
Right. And Nelly, you too old to be messing with chasing these 21-year-old
college students.
They dumb, bro. Leave the youngsters alone.
Stop letting people on your tour bus. How old are you?
Hey, it's a tour bus.
You need to be at the level though where you can call somebody like, hey, it is what it is. This is what we doing.
It's tour bus. You got the DJs, you got the people, the producers, and people just on the bus. It's
tour
bus.
21-year-old and her friends got on the tour bus.
I can't wait to get a tour bus.
Oh my gosh, it's probably gonna be
travel
filthy.
the country and make people laugh.
And invite girls on the tour bus. Go ahead and tell the other side.
Tell me about
Harvey.
it. Tell me about it. Tell me. Hey.
We'll get to that.
Right.
No. Okay. So Nelly, girl gets on the bus, 2 or 3 of her friends. Long story short, out of order, Nelly gets arrested, but gets released. Charges get dropped.
Charges are dropped. So she just put this out there because she got pissed off.
Well, that was the police side. Charges got dropped. He got arrested. Charges got dropped. He got released. On her side, she was still holding to the story. But I believe recently, she's basically said that she's not pursuing it. Because too much backlash, doesn't want to go public, too much,
They do put women through
for
a
her
lot
and her family.
And deservingly so.
Well,
I think when you make those
you have to be a credible personality. I mean, you have to be a credible person.
Those kind of accusations about a guy
publicly.
Yeah, publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you gotta. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking is that they're gonna start to look up your background.
They need to.
Even though you've been in the world for 21 years, you got to think about all the stuff that you did, all the stuff that your mama did, all the stuff that your daddy did, because all of that is gonna come out. And at 21, is it worth it?
When you was a 17-year-old thought,
right?
They're gonna show that you was a 17-year-old thought. So
yeah. And your friend, one of the girls on the bus, has already come out and said, "No, we was cool. She was willing. It was all good." Allegedly, again, but she's basically come out and said that this alleged situation didn't happen.
She could have
not
been
like that.
She could have been that stuck-up friend that be with y'all and y'all do something, and then one of the dudes don't like her, or one of the dudes get into it, and then it turn into, fuck him, then he raped me, yeah. See,
or ladies, Nelly was interested in one of your friends and not you.
Right, ladies, keep those.
Just stay off the tour bus.
Yeah.
See, they don't want to say nothing.
It's a tour bus though. Just saying.
Stay off the tour bus.
Yeah, okay, you can. But
get off the bus.
I'm gonna be on a tour.
Rosa
bus.
Parks did not sit on the front of the bus for you to get on a bus. And
she sat
be in a situation
for me to buy my own bus. How about that?
And put women on it.
Hey, let the tour
as
begin.
long as they're consenting adults.
Exactly.
I don't care what you do.
Exactly.
But there are consequences that we've talked about.
Yeah, you take those chances.
Yeah. Well, Yeah.
You do take those chances.
Yeah. Well, speaking of chances, Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, that dummy. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say dummy. I'm gonna say a perverted, sick,
old school. Because he's not the first one, so let's not pretend like
that. Let's not pretend
he's the only one.
And see, but this is the thing though. That is like a Hollywood. That's just like the same thing with Bill Cosby. Oh, it was a different time. That was what they did. It was still fucking wrong. And people want to know what's wrong with Hollywood. That is part of the problem right there.
Yeah.
They still do some of the old shit and still try. I mean, when I lived out there and this lady was trying to use her positioning to sway me to come up. Yeah. It was.
Well, the Terry Crews came out and said that somebody,
that
walked up on him and grabbed him,
groped, but did not. But see, now this is the thing that killed me about this. How can you say that publicly? Admit that you were groped, and he said by a guy, if I'm not mistaken, by
it was another guy that walked up to him, probably in a joking manner. They're at a red carpet. He and his wife at a red carpet event.
First of all, this is the first time I've heard this story, but I've also heard this from another celebrity. Also, they say they were at a party and a guy came up
and groped.
Big producer. I can change your life, and grabbed his dick.
Wow.
Yes. So I mean, but my thing is this still, that when you publicly say that this happened to you, and you don't want to give out that person's name that did it. To me, you become sort of an enabler, so to speak. I mean, that's like knowing somebody robbed your neighbor, but you don't say nothing because
so much negative comes with that. But so much negative comes with, like, I mean, just like we were talking about the being.
So why
victim,
publicly admit it?
Because you want people to be aware that it happens.
Okay.
You don't acknowledge the person, but you acknowledge the event.
Okay, so the event happened. Yes. I acknowledge the event happened, but not the person.
Who was the lady that called you?
This person is still going around doing it.
Who was the lady that called you?
I can't remember the old lady name, but she was one of them old.
Was she a casting agent or something?
Yeah,
or, okay.
one of them old scamming casting agents too. She tried to catch me like that. You know, won't you come over to my house and da 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 da. We can do
she
this.
Wanted you to.
Yeah. Then when I started realizing that that's what this old lady wanted, and
you think she really wanted you to have sex with her in order to get a job?
Oh yeah.
This is the question. Okay.
Yeah.
I know we kind of. Pardon the pun, pussyfooting around it, but
but the thing about it is where she fucked up at. I was like, hey, you know, let me meet you at your office first, you know. Then you go to meet her at her office, and we walking around the office, and everybody looking at her, kind of like, bitch,
you don't ever come up here.
Yeah,
this ain't your office.
Like, bitch.
Oh,
so I'm like, you know, and I'm peeping game, and I'm like, this bitch ain't who she say she is.
She done rented the office.
Yeah. Got her shit all, and you know, she got the right Beverly Hills address and everything, you know. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I want to send you out to this this motorcycle commercial. Yeah, Harley Davidson is doing this commercial. Oh, you're the perfect guy. I need you to come by the house and da 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 da.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, oh lady. I mean, she could get it till I saw her hands though. I saw her hands.
What?
Yeah, her hands.
What, you like Ray Charles?
Her hands looked. Her hands. Her hands looked way older than her face.
Oh, I got you.
And the rest of her body. So I was like, see, this too much.
So you can look at somebody and say, well, yeah, that is the true tell of somebody's age is their hands.
Yeah.
How old do I look?
Like
I have to look at mine.
Yeah, her hands look like my grandmother's deaconess partner.
You know what?
Rubbing on me and like,
You know what?
We're not gonna do this. We're not.
I just think though that there's a
we
stigma.
Did do a couple of happy hours together though.
Who, the deaconess?
Me and yeah.
Oh, you and the lady.
Yeah.
No, the lady in California.
Yeah.
Oh, so she could drink. She can hang out.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
You know that's the Hollywood thing.
Oh, okay.
Let's have drinks. Let's get together and have drinks. We'll talk.
Yeah, cocktails. Yeah. I bet you they be
get you
drunk
and try to take advantage of you. That's probably. I'm pretty sure that's some of them Harvey moves.
It's all I'm saying is it's in the world. It is what it is. I mean, there's a huge campaign now with one of the ladies that is accusing him of actually groping her or cornering her in an area for a movie role. And she's basically come out and been very vocal on Twitter. And so she started this whole Me Too campaign. So
that's
now,
the hashtag Me Too.
Hashtag METOO. So basically for all the women that have been either violated or
by Harvey Weinstein or
no. This is just a campaign like for women, as to feel more strength. And I'm sure.
But my thing is just imagine how many women could actually come out and say
that's what the campaign. Oh, that he did it.
That he actually did
specifically for him, but also just for women as a whole. It's freeing, to be able to. But that's I don't want people to think, like you're thinking. I don't want people to say, well, you got to say who it is. Because that puts you in an awkward situation. I'm gonna be honest with you. We've been in broadcasting and this public forum for years. Like you just don't come out and accuse somebody of something because you may get blackballed and be out of a job. Colin Kaepernick.
I mean, yeah, but still, and I get it, and I get what just being able to say something is, and I get that's could lift a little burden off you.
Just be able to say you did it, okay.
Right? But
well, it's a lot of fear.
Action needs
it does
to be taken.
But there's a lot of fear, And there's a lot of stigma behind coming out and saying that about somebody. Like literally what we just talked about with the Nelly thing. You're guilty until you prove, what it is.
I'm trying to figure out how he still beat the thing in New York where they had him on the recording, and it's like, come on, dude, that sounds really creepy what you're saying.
Well, you heard what they said on The View. I know you did because I know you watch The View every day.
Of course.
But basically,
I love Whoopi.
And apparently they're having, okay, so there's two things. One, Harvey Weinstein and everything that has happened, they're may focus on the DA in New York because they're saying that he could have violated some things. And then a couple of months after all of this went away, Harvey Weinstein's group donated to his campaign.
Wow. So
that's one thing that's going on from the political standpoint. The other thing is that if he, there's some stakes, like he owns 23% of this company, the Weinstein company, which is a big production house,
right,
and produces huge movies. 23% of that may be up for sale. So Jay-Z and an investor group apparently.
That damn Jay-Z boy.
That's my dude.
That boy Jay-Z
is not a businessman. It's a business, man. He tried to tell y'all.
Hey, go get it, man.
Yeah. So, he's looking at buying it. And also, apparently,
I need to check my credit.
SAG, as a group, the board of directors, and I think Whoopi is on this group. They're going to present and see what they need to do as far as the Weinstein Group is concerned. If they're going to take away his Oscars, all of this is up.
Yeah. Because a lot what's killing me is like some of the actresses, like a well-known actresses that are coming out and saying, yeah, he did this to me.
I think Gwyneth Paltrow may have been one.
There's
like,
Selma.
Whoa. Yeah. There's a lot. It's a lot. It's real, real deep. So this is, it's two things that are going on, kind of like the whole NFL Colin Kaepernick thing where, it's women actually now coming out and saying, okay, this happened to me, but then also overall saying, hey, we need to stand up and say this is not cool.
Yeah, right. But again, it's just following the lead of the president that grabs him by the pussy. So there's that.
Well, we as women also have to stop sweeping that kind of stuff under the rug and saying it's locker room talk.
Man, please say something.
Oh, that's just locker room talk.
Say when this shit happens, say something. Yeah.
Say it's not okay.
Say something right then.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. And I get it, they these people put themselves in positions to say, oh, I'll do this to you, I'll ruin you, or I'll blackball you. Hey man, fuck that.
Right. At the end of the day, like Eminem said.
Fuck that.
It's true. You got to be able to, as women, you got to be able to stand up. Just like if you want to be treated like a man and you want to be treated equally and you got to stand up for yourself.
Right.
And you got to be able to say, look, this is not right.
And I'm going to take whatever the fuck
and I'm going to take whatever action come with it. And guess what? If I don't keep this job at Jack in the Box, I'm going to go across the street to McDonald's and get me another one.
Right.
That ain't the only one that's out there. So start being empowered, women. Me Too is a campaign, but it's also awareness to say, hey.
# Me Too. Damn it.
If you put that on your Twitter right now.
Yes, I am.
Is that your
# Me Too. I'm doing it.
Well, that's true. You could.
On my phone.
You are really.
Yes, I'm doing it. Yes. Damn it.
Well, while you're doing that, two different things that is going on. The NFL owners this week are having a meeting, and apparently they're giving the players some time, some of the players that are protesting, some time to actually talk to the owners and for the owners to ask them questions, and then for those players to be able to present what is going on and why the protest and the kneeling, why they're doing it. So that's first thing. I know you're invited because you and Jerry Jones are
me and
co-owners.
Jerry, and me and Jerry are having right now. We're a little at odds.
Okay.
With, some things that he said publicly.
Okay.
And
is it about the protest?
It's about the protest.
Oh, okay.
And, because Jerry, and we talked about it. Jerry came out and said, he wanted, the players. If you're gonna play Cowboys, you're gonna stand.
Mm-hmm.
you know, which, you know, I totally get. You're America's team, and they kind of, you know, that pledge, America's team kind of go together.
Okay.
So, you know, but then for him to say that if you don't, that you won't play. I'm like, whoa, Jerry. You know,
you went too far.
Yeah, whoa. So, you know, we've been kind of.
So that was the nail.
We've been at odds with that comment. I mean, there's really no nails with me and Jerry.
Well, I think it's good that the owners are opening up and wanting to hear, because some of them don't agree and some of them do agree. As we saw, you know, there were a lot of owners that actually, after Trump made those statements about being a son of a bitch and all those different things, some owners actually came out and kneeled with the players.
Jerry was one of them.
No, it was different, but that's okay. He kneeled before, and then he stood up for the anthem.
Right.
And then the next week he said that he wasn't gonna let them kneel no more.
He could kneel, just not during.
He just won't play.
He just won't play.
Yeah. So anyway, but then today, breaking news that Colin Kaepernick is filing a lawsuit.
Yeah, collusion
against the NFL,
against the league. That's gonna tell that.
I know
It's gonna be kind of hard to prove.
As all things are hard to prove when it's nothing that is written, unless he has proof.
I mean, yeah.
Does he have proof?
Does he?
I don't know.
I think the NFL is pretty much smarter than our U.S. government, to where they just don't be sending out emails about different shit.
Really? That's what you think?
I'm just saying.
That's what you thought?
I'm saying.
Okay. So you don't think it's no emails?
I got confidence in the Shield. No, I don't think it's.
So you don't
emails.
think it's gonna be a Hillary with these Benghazi emails, personal servers?
I don't think it's gonna be a Trump and his son emails. No, because let's not forget about that, which they seem to try to make us forget about. But I'm not gonna let you know Russia's still there, Donald.
And they're still on Facebook.
And you still need to let us know.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. So, Mark, shout out to Mark though. He trying to.
I know he trying.
Do his
baby.
part.
He is.
He trying to do his part. Speaking of doing his part.
Who?
Oh, Miami Dolphins head coach.
Oh my gosh.
Foyester was definitely.
Well, he wasn't the head coach. He was the.
Well, he's like the defensive coordinator,
yeah.
Or something like that.
I mean, he was a coach.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah, and I want to say he's like one of the highest paid defensive coordinators. I think
well, you know, in Miami they're doing a lot.
He makes he was
with the quarterback too.
He's doing a lot in Miami.
Yeah, doing a lot of lines.
Doing a lot.
What do they? Is it white lady? What they call it?
See, but have you noticed that when they talk about it, and this is another example of white privilege at its finest.
At its finest.
When they talk about this guy, defensive coordinator, well, former defensive coordinator,
he resigned
for the Miami Dolphins,
right. But he's still on payroll,
of course,
because they got to get him help.
Yeah. He needs rehab.
Yeah.
But they always say, you know, the video shows him sniffing, snorting a white powder substance. Every fucking story I've seen has said that. Like, you would think cocaine is not on the Travel World or the History Channel every other goddamn day.
Or it's banned by
right.
federal government. We can't say it.
Right.
We can't say it. It's cocaine.
White powdery substance. Man, we know it's cocaine or something. Or you don't even have to say that.
Or a derivative of cocaine.
You're like, you know what, man? What seems to be cocaine.
It looks like.
Yeah. We're not saying that it is, but it seems to be.
It could allegedly be
cocaine.
Cocaine.
They just say, white powder. Oh, no, some white powder substance. We're not sure what it is.
Yeah. You don't know. You don't have any idea what that is when he's
that is.
snorting it up his nose.
Yeah.
And then he does the.
But.
What he said at the end was pretty crucial, though.
It goes to.
It was like, that's to another level.
How he got busted was at another level, too.
Well, so he made this video of himself.
He recorded his dumbass self.
Recorded himself snorting cocaine.
Off the desk at a hotel.
Oh, I thought it was in his office because he was going to a meeting.
I think they were on the road. They kind of looked like.
Oh, okay.
I saw the video.
But he was going to a meeting.
Might have been one of them hotels, yeah.
But he was going to a work meeting.
Yeah, of course.
And he happens to work for the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
So, yeah, he was doing that. And he sent the video and sent some loving comments at the end to his lady friend, stripper lady he pays.
Model. You know, that's the term. Vegas model. I think she's a Vegas model. African American, by the way.
Oh yeah, bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might follow on Instagram.
Black girl magic. Black girl magic.
I think I might follow on Twerk something. I don't know. But
anyway, so he sent the video to her, and apparently he's in love with her. Like he has this whole like fantasy thing with her and is in love with her, and that is one of her clients.
Right.
He pays to
his
dance.
Girlfriend
for him dance.
His girlfriend model dance. His dancing girl.
His girlfriend model that dances for him, and he pays her. I'm sure, or used to.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, she released the video to whomever.
Yes.
Because I thought this was so interesting. You know this, right? Why she released the video?
No.
Oh. She said that it didn't make sense that he was protesting the whole, Colin Kaepernick thing. People were protesting that and weren't protesting this man doing this.
So I take it that he was all
so she did it for the movement.
He was for the league, and she was for Kaepernick.
Right.
Power to the
basically,
people.
What?
Power to the people.
That's why I'm doing my fist. I don't know if you can see it.
Power to the people.
She took one for us.
She did.
Yeah, she took that L. It wasn't an L. She took the W.
Oh, she gonna come up.
She gonna win. Everybody know her. But he lost his job.
Which would
he gonna get another one.
Hey, and let me tell you something. This leads me into my intoxicating thought of the day.
Oh boy, we need some music. Oh. Des White's intoxicating thought. And go.
Fellas, no matter how bad she may be, no matter how round or fine that ass is, don't trust these hoes, man.
No.
Don't trust these hoes.
These hoes ain't loyal.
They not.
Good vibes to everybody in California, and it's another hurricane, Ophelia. But I think she's in Ireland right now, so she didn't hit us.
Oh, okay.
Or the U.S.
Yeah, no one in America cares if it doesn't hit America.
So thoughts to the people in Ireland.
Yeah. Stay dry.
We tried it.
Yeah,
it didn't work.
It didn't work. Didn't work.
Okay, so Harvey update for us. Anything new, anything people still, finally apparently they're opening up the DSNAP again for people. So I'm sure Greens Point will be
What the hell
packed.
is that?
DSNAP is the disaster food stamp relief. So that was what everybody
I'm not missing this line next time.
You know what?
Man, they were, man.
You know what?
I'm going to be in that line. I'm telling you.
Well, Sheila Jackson Lee said that they're going to be back to get more people to sign up, hopefully, and get help.
Oh, I'm in the
help.
line. I'm in the line. Food stamps, I'm hungry. Food stamps, hungry. I need that card.
It's supposed to be for people that need help.
Help. If it's food, that means you're hungry.
And you were involved in the disaster.
I live in Houston.
Oh, my God.
Better check my zip code.
It is a disaster zone.
I was in the zone.
Can't with you. I can't. I'm just going to leave that there.
I'm just saying. I was in the zone.
I'm just going to leave that there. Yeah, we going to. Did you lose something? Y'all can see how he is desperately searching for this beanie, right? Doofy. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I saved it. Jesus.
Anyway.
Can't let good kush go to waste.
Well, I was going to say congratulations also to the Houston Texans.
Shout out to the Houston Texans and Deshaun Watson.
Specifically Deshaun and
rookie runner-up.
Yeah, runner-up.
Yeah, he won't win rookie of the year.
Behind who?
My bet is Hunt from Kansas City.
Well, he can hunt on because this boy right here is that coach told y'all he was the Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he the truth.
Yeah, so
I'm excited. Truth.
I'm excited. Man, we winning.
Yeah.
Right now.
Hey, look for the Cowboys and the Texans to be in the Super Bowl in Minnesota. You heard it here first.
What Cowboys?
Dallas. You know
this
what?
year?
This about wraps this up.
Oh, didn't you get a new Facebook page?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that. DWI. There's White Intoxicating Thoughts Podcast. Facebook. page or something.
Podcast, Facebook page.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we can get some information off of there too, maybe one day.
Right.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
We'll be on there.
Reach out to us. We won't. Probably not. Can't keep up with all this social media shit.
You know what we forgot about?
No, we didn't, because you just talked about it. Go ahead.
Larry Flint and this $10 million. Because I want one of my people. Look, if you heard it on here, before we even go into it, if you are listening to this on here,
right,
I want a piece of the $10 million. Okay, now we can talk about the story.
Larry Flint has offered a bounty, per se, of $10 million for any information that will lead to the impeachment of Donald Trump.
You lying.
I shit you not. $10 million.
Okay, so Larry Flint's done this before. He'll pull these stunts, right?
He has done this before.
Okay, and he's paid out.
Yes, paid out. And
Larry Flint is the former owner of Hustler magazine.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess he doing this in RIP for no. Did him and Hugh Hefner ever get along?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's doing this for the country.
Yeah.
10 million.
And it works. Ask Bob Livingston.
Who is that?
Yeah, he was a congressman. Yeah.
Larry Flint put him on blast?
Wanted information on his extramarital affairs. Got him, boom, and dude resigned.
Oh,
Let me get the fuck up out of here. These people ain't playing. And he was out of there. Just like that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because you talking about cash money now. You ain't playing no games.
Straight cash, homie.
So if I'm a aide in the White House or somebody that's close to somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, we about to get paid. That's all I'm saying.
Let me hold something.
Yeah. And I'm going to need my percentage.
I'm going to
because you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
I don't care if you Google it after. I don't care if you look it up.
But it's real.
It's real. So go ahead. Get whatever you got to get.
I take my third.
I'm just saying. And if you black, even better. Do it for the people.
Power to the people. Power to
Be like the stripper.
People.
Do it for the people.
Yay.
Hey, it is what it is.
Me too.
Me too. Damn it.
Me too.
Me too.
Fuck 'em. All right, well, that pretty much wraps it up for this week in this episode of DWI. Diz White Intoxicating
Thoughts.
Uh-oh.
I got better.
Getting sharper. Make sure you reach out and follow us on iTunes Podcast and all the different little podcast outlets. You can also follow us on social media. You can follow me at It's Diz White on Twitter. And
2 Z's.
2 Z's. Diz White on Instagram.
2 Z's.
Diz White on Facebook.
2 Z's.
Diz White Comedy Live.
2 Z's.
2 Z's. And you can always find my girl
Nat Jones who?
On Twitter.
Nat Jones on who?
On Instagram.
And Nat Jones who?
On Facebook.
Yep.
So it's been real, people.
Kush lips.
For real. Say good night, Natalie.
Oh, good day, good night. Have a good one. Holla.
Peace.